কি বাজায় জয় গোরা চাঁদে আরতি শোভা জাহ্নবী তট বনে জগমন লোভা গৌরাঙ্গের আরতিক শোভা জগ জন মন লোভা গৌরাঙ্গের আরতিক শোভা জগ জন মন লোভা নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল নিতাই গৌর হরি বল দক্ষিণে নিতাই চাঁদ বামে গদাধর কি বা দক্ষিণে নিতাই চাঁদ বামে গদাধর নিকটে অদ্বৈত শ্রীনি বাস ছত্রধর বসিয়াছেন গোরা চাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে কি বা বসি আছেন গোরা চাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে আরতি করেন ব্রহ্মা আদি দেবগণে নর হরি আদি করি চামর ঢুলায় কি বা নর হরি আদি করি চামর মোর ঢুলায় সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু ঘোষ আদি গায় শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে বাজে করতাল কিবা শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে বাজে করতাল মধুর মৃদঙ্গ বাজে পরম রসাল শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে শঙ্খ বাজে ঘণ্টা বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে মধুর 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 বাজে নিতাই গৌরা হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল নিতাই গৌরা হরি বল বহু কোটি চন্দ্রজিনী বদন উজ্জ্বল কিবা বহু কোটি চন্দ্রজিনী বদন উজ্জ্বল বল দেশে বনমালা করে ঝলমল শিবা শুক নারদ প্রেমে গদ গদ শিবা শুকনারদ প্রেমে গদ গদ ভকতি বিনোদ দেখে গোরার সম্পদ ভকতি বিনোদ দেখে গোরার সম্পদ জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শ্রীবাসাদি গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ নিত্যানন্দ জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শিবাসাদি গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ নিত্যানন্দ জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শিবাসাদি গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare Gauranga Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare Gauranga Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha, Shyam Sundar Radha, Shyam Sundar Radhe. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Jai Vishnupad, Paramahansa Parvatacarya Stotra, Sadasisham His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Vishnupad, Paramahansa Parvatacarya Stotra, Sadasisham His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. आनंद कोटि वैष्णविंद की जय, नाभिचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धननाथ जी की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय, मायापुर धाम की जय। नीलाचल क्षेत्र से जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। न्यू गोलक धाम की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। गंगामय यमुनामाई की जय। श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की जय। बृहत बंधन ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Anybody who has crying children can go. Please take them outside.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Ladadaine. Prahlad Ladadaine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shilatankanakalaye. Ito nashimo parato nashimo. Yato yato yamitato nashimo. Bahe nashimo hidaye nashimo. Bahe nashimo hidaye nashimo. Narase mamadim sharanam rapare. Narase mamadim sharanam rapare. Avakara kamalavari nakamadbhuta shinga. Dalita hiranyakashipu tanubringa. Keshavadita narahari rupa jai jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Javadita Nara Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Oh Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Nashimare, 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 Jaya Nashimare. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Shana Shingdev Bhagwan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol.
we'll sing the Jai Radha Madhava first, and then we'll pick up verse from Bhagavad Gita, and then we'll connect to Lord Narasimhadev Katha as we are approaching Narasimha Chaturdasi. Since I think on Friday evening we are discussing Narasimha Katha, we came to I think chapter 8. So we'll discuss, or chapter 7. We'll discuss from chapter 9. Because that summarizes some of the things which he already said. He's showing practical demonstration in this chapter. What it means, whatever is spoken in the chapter 6, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Somebody can play Kartal. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jai Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यामुनतीरावनचारी यामुनतीरावनचारी जराधमाधवा कुंजा विहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बो एवं विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद श्री भक्त वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद श्री भक्त सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णवंद की जय। अमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगामय यमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All lorries to assemble devotees. All lorries to assemble devotees. All lorries to assemble devotees. All lorries, all lorries, all lorries, all lorries. Shri Guru and Gauranga. Prabhupada ki jai. ओम विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण विष्टाय पुत्रे श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निधाम नमस्ते सारस्वत देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देस्तारिणे. Reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse number 74 and 75. Rajan samsmritya samsmritya This is Sanjay speaking. Sanjay, no, 75, sorry. 75. Getting wrong. 76, sorry. Rajan samsmritya samsmritya samvadam imam adbhutam keshavarjanayo punyam rushyami cha muhurmuhu. Rajan samsmritya samsmritya samvadam imam adbhutam keshavarjanayo punyam rushyami cha muhurmuhu. Translation by Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O King, as I repeatedly recall this wondrous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, I take pleasure being thrilled at every moment. Please repeat. O King, as I repeatedly recall this wondrous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, being thrilled at every moment. So that is the point, please note down. So how will you take pleasure and how will you become thrilled? So Prabhupada explains, and the practical example is Prahlad Maharaj is demonstrating how bhakti process via Srila Prabhupada, via our spiritual master. We follow the process just exactly like Sanjay is speaking, exactly like Prahlad Maharaj, exactly like Arjuna. Then we can be thrilled at every moment in life, every day. So that is the important point to note. We'll read the next verse as well. He didn't stop at one verse. Already, even previous verse, if you see Adbhutam, Asrausham, Harsham, he's speaking continuously. That means you can understand what is the state of consciousness of Sanjaya. He is not there directly in front of the Lord. He is there with Dhritarashtra in the palace. So, verse number 77. Tatcha samsmritya samsmritya Rupam ati adbhutam hare Vismayo me mahan rajan Rushyami cha punah punah. Tatcha samsmritya samsmritya Rupam ati adbhutam hare Vismayo me mahan rajan Rushyami cha punah punah. Tatcha samsmritya samsmritya Rupam ati adbhutam hare Vismayo me mahan rajan Rushyami cha punah punah. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. O King, as I remember the wonderful form of Lord Krishna, I am struck with wonder more and more, and I rejoice again and again. Please repeat. O King, as I remember the wonderful form of Lord Krishna, I am struck with wonder more and more, and I rejoice again and again. Read quickly the purport, both purports. The purport by Srila Prabhupada. The understanding of Bhagavad Gita is so transcendental that anyone who becomes conversant with the topics of Arjuna and Krishna becomes righteous, and he cannot forget such talks. This is the transcendental position of a spiritual life. In other words, one who hears the Gita from a right source, directly from Krishna, attains full Krishna consciousness. The result of Krishna consciousness is that one becomes increasingly enlightened and he enjoys life with a thrill, not only for some time but at every moment. This is Prabhupada's statement from the purport, from the translation. Beautiful. So, We have to rely on the Srila Prabhupada's purports and have full faith in it. Next was 77 purport. It appears that Sanjaya also, by the grace of Vyasa, so add that there, by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, by the grace of spiritual master, include your name, also, if you follow in the same footsteps. That's what it means. It appears that Sanjaya also, by the grace of Vyasa, could see the universal form of Krishna exhibited to Arjuna. It is of course said that Lord Krishna had never exhibited such a form before. It was exhibited to Arjuna only. Yet, some great devotees could also see the universal form of Krishna whenever it was shown to Arjuna, and Vyasa was one of them. He is one of the great devotees of the Lord. He is considered to be powerful incarnation of Krishna. Vyasa disclosed this to his disciple Sanjaya, who remembered that wonderful form of Krishna exhibited to Arjuna and enjoyed it repeatedly. That's why he is in that great transcendental consciousness. Now, before we get into the Lord Narasimhadev Katha, first take shelter of Lord Sri Gaurnitai. Narasimhadev's pastimes are there even in Chaitanya Leela, so we'll start there and then we'll come back to chapter 9 of Narasimhadev. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed Narasimha form, performed the Lord Narasimha pastimes. Even he chanted the mantras when he went to Jiyad Narasimha temple in Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. The first pastime we can see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 17, last chapter of Adi Leela. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srivas Thakur, when his father passed away, our father passed away before, so every year they do the Samvatsarika yearly anniversary Shraddha ceremony. So while performing that, he was chanting Lord Vishnu's names, Vishnu Sahasranama, Brahat Vishnu Sahasranama. Then he came upon the name of Narasimha. Then as soon as he heard the name Narasimha, then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was completely taken the form of Lord Narasimha, and then he took the club and ran on the streets to kill the demons in as much as similar to Lord Narasimha. There was a fearsome, angry form. Nobody could pacify him as Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lakshmi. Similar to that. Everybody ran in fear. Then he saw that everybody fled in fear. Then he came back to his external senses. Then he was talking to Srivas Thakur. So I think I made an offense. I fled everybody. So I shouldn't have done that. Then Srivas Thakur made a statement. My Lord, your appearance, you are displaying the Lord Narasimha form and performing this pastime is wonderful. I never saw that they all attained perfection in Krishna consciousness. So don't say like that. So that is the first time Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed this, as because we are on the altar on the leftmost. Sri Gaurnitai. To Srila Prabhupada, through the Parampara Acharyas, we take shelter of Sri Gaurnitai. Then we take shelter of Lord Jagannath Baldev, or we take shelter of Sri Radha Syamsundar. But first is Sri Gaurnitai, because Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed the path. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna, Sikha. Means speak about Krishna, Bolo Krishna. Speak the Krishna's names. Bhajo Krishna, worship Krishna. Karo Krishna. Whatever Krishna instructed in Bhagavad Gita, then do that. Follow that instruction and do it. Karo Krishna Sikha. Is taught by example. Personally, so Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared as a devotee, and he taught by his own personal example throughout his life, especially more so in the second set of 24 years from Madhya Leela, Antya Leela, demonstrated practically. So this is one of the example. And then in the next example we see in same chapter, Adi Leela chapter 17, how when he was performing congregational Sankirtan, chanting of the holy names in the streets, inside the Srivas Angan he was performing, but also he was performing outside, public Sankirtan. So, but some of the Smartha Vadis, they didn't like it, they didn't want it to. So, here are so loud, especially till now, nobody has done it like that. So they complained to Kazi, and then Kazi sent his man and broke the mridanga. So after this incident happened, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared now you all come together and we'll go on chanting. Let's see who will come to stop it. Civil disobedience, Prabhupada calls it. Prabhupada. So then he starts that. When he comes to the house of Chand Kazi, then there is a discussion between Chand Kazi and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Chand Kazi, at one instance, he calls it, I want to tell you something private. He said, it doesn't need to be private. They're all my confidential associate. You can share it. What has happened? Then Chand Kazi shares that actually Lord Narsingdev, I got a dream because as I broke the mridanga, one personality who was ferocious like a lion, half man, half lion, appeared in my dream and he warned me. So rather he almost like tore my chest. He left me, he didn't kill me. He gave a punishment that you broke only mridanga. You didn't go further. If you have done it, I would have killed you right away. But I left you with this life breath. So next time I don't want to see you repeating. If you do, then you will not be spared. And he showed the marks of Lord Narsingdev's nails on his chest. Not only that, I thought it's only happened to me. When the soldiers reported to me, one of them reported one of them reported burning blisters on the beard and face. So it has occurred to multiple times, multiple places. Now I declare that this Sankirtan movement, I don't want to stop. I'll declare to all my associates, all my generations, this Sankirtan movement will never be stopped. So that's why we should take up this congregational chanting of the holy name. Let us chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And this already spoken by Bhagavad Gita in Lord Krishna. So that's a Lord Krishna statement equal to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's statement equal to Srila Prabhupada's statement. I always come to that conclusion. Whenever you look at it, it's easy because if you look at 18.65, 66, which are famous verses, the secrets of Bhagavad Gita, 2 key verses to open the jewel, to find the treasure of bhakti. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam saranam raja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayasya. That is 66. 65 before verse is 2 times repeated, 934, and this is the second time. Here in this purport, Prabhupada writes, Manmanabha madbhakto madhyaji imam namaskuru mame vaisya satyante pratijane priyosme. This is the truth. One who thinks of me, become my devotee, worship me, offer obeisances to me, he will come to me without fail. You are my dear friend, dear devotee. That's why I'm telling you this. I'm disclosing this to you. Srila Prabhupada writes that it becomes very easy. It's exceptionally easy. One who takes shelter of the chanting of the holy name and my devotee, representative of the Lord. In this verse or the next verse, or these verses we read today. So that's the same thing which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna, Sikha. It becomes very easy. What is there? It's not a difficulty. To offer obeisance is not a difficulty. Think of Lord Krishna as, especially when the association of devotees, it becomes very easy. At home may be difficulty. When we are outside, it's a difficulty. But that's why in the association of devotees, that is exactly the same thing Prahlad Maharaj telling repeatedly over and over and over again. And generally we, over and over again, generally we miss this point. Even though we theoretically know, but over and over again we miss this point. In the association of devotees we chant, in the association we dance, in the association of devotees we hear. So this goes on. In the association of devotees we do service, so that we're always inspired by each other, loving relationships are established, we become enthusiastic, we become patient and tolerate, adjust among the association of devotees, learn from each other. So this is bhakti. Then we will be thrilled at every moment. When we don't do that in the association of devotees, when we don't cooperate, when we don't adjust, when we don't develop loving relationships, then it becomes a problem. When we cannot do it in the association of devotees at the temple or in the Zoom virtually, then how we can do it when we are alone at home or when we are in the train or bus or in the office or anywhere? It won't be possible. So the first that has to be executed in the association of devotees, practically day in, day out, as much as possible. In the beginners, maybe once a week in the Sunday feast program or one of the morning programs on the weekend. So gradually go on doing it. Regularly you come every Sunday. And more you increase and increase. But in the association of devotees. So that is very important. It becomes easy, the same process of Manmana Mohammad Bhakto process. Now, coming back to, so Lord Narsingdev pastimes, in the Canto 7 describes two things. It is called Utaya. Uti means proclivity, activity, is in fruitive activity, tied with results oriented. Auspicious results, inauspicious results. So there are 10 subject matters, just like Bhagavad Gita, 5 subject matters. If you don't know, first time you are hearing Bhagavad Gita in Sunday feast, 5 subject matters, Lord Krishna speaking in introduction of Bhagavad Gita. Isvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. The whole purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to transform our material activities into spiritual activities. Otherwise, all other 4 things are eternal. Isvara is eternal, Jiva is eternal in his original position. Kala is eternal as well because it is repeating. Material, Prakriti is also eternal, but only karma is not eternal. So, if you are an High Court judge, if you are an IT vice president, we cannot expect that that will continue in this life, neither we can expect that in the next life. As much as we stay in one apartment, we cannot expect that that will continue. Or we stay in one house, we can't expect that that house will continue to live. No matter, we don't know what will happen. So that is the situation. So we can't bank on these temporary things. So that's what we have to understand. So that's why Bhagavad Gita is giving that. Now Srimad Bhagavatam is giving further because it is a Dasamula Tattva. It talks, Puranas are much more elaborate. 10 subject matters. Sarga, Atra Sarga Visargasa Sthanam Poshanam Votaya Manvantara Ishanukada Mukti Nirodaya Ashtraya. There are 10 subject matters. Sarga Visarga means creation, secondary creation, which goes from Canto 1 to Canto 5 all the way. Canto 4 and Canto 5 a little bit. Canto 5 is structure of the universe. Atra Sarga Visarga Sthanam, structure of the universe. Poshanam, Canto 6, which is Ajamil pastime, how Lord protects devotees. Ajamil and Vratrasura or Chitraketu Maharaj, Canto 6. Canto 7 comes Utaya. Utaya means proclivities. Subha Asubha Chet Dvida Hetubi. Sridhar Swami quotes, our original commentator from Rudra Sampradaya, Sridhar Swami Pad Ki Jai, is telling that there are 2 reasons, auspicious in activities. Mahad Anugrahat Subha, Mahat Kopad Asubha. Auspicious activities are generated when we get the mercy of pure devotee. Mahat Anugrahat, Mahat. Mahat Kopad, when we offend, when we irritate, when we behave immaturely, you can add, I'm not expert in English, you can add other words synonyms to it. Then what will happen? Asubha, inauspicious activity. More karma kandi vichar it will generate. More will think about how to maintain my life luxuriously, invest here, so many worldly things. It will go on. We can never be attracted to bhakti. You cannot develop actually taste for chanting or hearing or service. You will always run around, no thrill, no joy in bhakti. We'll do it, but it's not really feeling it. So because of that, so that's why we have to keep that point very clear. So that's a Utaya is very important. Canto 7 talks in great detail. Subha, Asubha. Examples also, but we don't have time. So the Prahlad Maharaj starts from Canto 7, Chapter 5. Before that, Hiranyakashipu's discussion is there, almost 3 chapters. First chapter is about Narada Muni asking, Yudhishthira Maharaj asking Narada Muni, how come Lord Krishna seems to be favorable to demons? It looks like he is partial to demons. Doesn't look like he is equal to all. How is it that? This was the question. The whole 7th canto has to be described to Yudhishthira Maharaj. In front of this Rajasuya Yajna, this discussion is happening. So this is in parallel. Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj is happening. In between that, this is there. Many parallels you will see in Srimad Bhagavatam like that. So then Narada Muni is explaining to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Actually, in reality, he is not partial. Everybody is getting benefit. Even if the Lord kills the demons, even then they get the benefit. Because otherwise they have to suffer more. If they don't get punishment immediately, they suffer more. The enjoyment spirit or whatever, not following the rules. Anywhere, everywhere rules are there. Prabhupada explained so simply. You want to see God. Everywhere something you have to do. If you have to come to temple, are you not leaving the shoe? This is the rule. If you want to see God, take darshan in general, you have to leave the shoes outside. So as much as like that, similarly, to see God face to face, you have to do something. You have to follow the Lord's instruction from Bhagavad Gita, how you can see. It's not that you can simply see, you want to see, open your eyes and you want to see face to face. It is not possible like that. So every city, every government, every business, IT firm, everybody has rules and regulations. Everybody has certain procedures, so manuals, guidelines, SOPs, whatnot, to to perform the work, to practice it, and go to the higher levels, to impress even the higher influential people up in the chain. If that is so in the material, then what makes us think that we can see God directly? What makes us think that we are qualified? So that also we have to understand. So and the verse is there in Bhagavad Gita. Samoham sarva bhutesh nadveshyosti napriya. Ye bhajanti is equal to all in general situation. But ye bhajanti te maam bhaktya mai te chapiham. One who surrenders, one who is devoted to me more than I am actually, in one sense, partial to them. Because out of 10 children or 5 children, one is he can't understand some languages. Then we have to put a private tuition for them, or we have to send additional, give additional education. So like that. So you can't give equal things to everybody. There should be some. You have to put additional effort depending on the student, depending on the child. Same thing, Lord also does it. He's equal to all. He's providing every facilities. But at the same time, one who is dearmost, one who is acting very much attached to the Lord and following, then he becomes dearmost. Then Lord is more affectionate to him. In that way, we have to understand. Then goes on, first 4 chapters, Hiranyakashipu's pastimes. And then chapter 5 onwards, 7, 5, 23, 24 is famous verse. And then 31 and 32, I think 33. 3 verses are famous in the 5th chapter. And the same thing is the 9th chapter, 16, 17, 18. Prahlad Maharaj in his prayers is demonstrating. What he is telling is demonstrating. Look at the verses, pay attention. First thing he is telling, before that he told already, Tatsad manne asuravaryadehan itvatmavadam gruhamanda kopam manangatoma hariman. You take shelter of Lord Hari, you go to forest, so asuravaryadehan is telling his father. Then he tells, next time, second time, what did you learn? He tells, Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Archanam Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam Atmanivedam, Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu, to Lord Vishnu, not others. Bhakti is Chet Navalakshana, these 9 limbs, 9 processes of devotion, service of Bhakti, Navalakshana. Bhagavati, the creator, Bhagavati, the directly to the Lord Vishnu, through a bona fide spiritual master. Tan Manye Aditam, this is the topmost, this is the best. As much as Lord Shiva told Parvati that. What is the topmost? Worshipping the Lord Vishnu is the topmost. Aradhanam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam Param. So it coincides. All the Mahajana says the same thing. All the great Acharyas, Parampara Acharyas says the same thing. They have no difference of opinion. We on the material platform, we on the neophyte stage will have difference of opinion. We will not agree. We will always conflict. We will always fight. We will not cooperate. But that is not there in the Mahajanas. They always agree on one line. Lord Vishnu is in the center. So that also we have to take the lesson. So create a Bhagavati at the directly. Directly means do it first. You submit first, chant. You submit first, do service. You submit first and hear. That's why we have Mangalacharan. That's why we have Jai Radha Madhava. So Prabhupada went into trance when as soon as he sang the first line itself, Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari, he went into trance. After that, a few minutes passed away. Everybody is stunned, just seeing. Prabhupada went back to the room. After that, please, this is a very nice song. You all learn, absorb, understand this verse. This is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his meditation, in his ecstasy he has written. So Prabhupada, that's how he trains us how to come to that ecstatic stage, thrilled at every moment, joyful. Only if you follow, exactly like Prahlad Maharaj, exactly like Sanjaya and Arjuna. I'll keep repeating that so that we understand how much it is important to follow Sri Prabhupada through his lectures, through his Prabhupada purports, through his letters, and our spiritual master. Regularly we have to hear and regularly follow. So, if you are a beginner, then you come to Sunday Feast program, you attend, you hear, you associate, you take a feast together, go on doing it. Then after some time, then you can start hearing from Prabhupada, read Prabhupada books, of course, from the beginning. So that will help in the association of devotees. So in this verse, 23, 24 and 7th canto, 5th chapter, Prahlad Maharaj is telling, these 9 limbs of devotion, Sravanam, Kirtanam, that means chanting and hearing, these are the topmost out of all the 9 limbs. Kirtanakya Samyogai, Jiva Goswami, Prabhupada quotes Jiva Goswami and tells, every limb, whatever else we do, deity worship, preceded by, followed by. Class, preceded by, followed by. Anything we do, preceded by, followed by. Kirtan. Kirtanakya Samyogai, chanting. So that is chanting is the main medicine, main thing one has to do. Without that, everything else will not be effective, become effective. Hearing and chanting. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we have to hear our own voice, not somebody else's voice, not the recorded voice. We have to hear our own voice, pronounce each and every syllable properly. And the same thing with when we are hearing the message of Srimad Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, also we have to hear. We have to drink this nectar. If you want to be thrilled, that's how we have to hear. No other distractions. No other distractions. You have to pay attention a lot. As much as Parikshit Maharaj has been told by Sukadeva Goswami. Canto 2, chapter 2, verse number 39 or 38, last verse. Pibati Bhagavata e Atmana Satam. Pibati Bhagavata Atmana Satam. One should hear, drink this nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam glories. Then te Vishaya Vidushitasayam Tat Charana Saroruhantikam. One who hears with rapt attention, drink this nectar among the Satam. Satam means devotees. Then one can actually develop Krishna Prema. Go back home, back to Godhead. Prabhupada calls it oral reception. That means you are very focused. The ear and then it goes to the heart. It touches the heart, the message. Then you apply it in life as you hear it. Same day and next day. Not wait for a month. So that is oral reception. That is what hearing transcendental message means. That means it requires some rapt attention. That means it requires sincerity and seriousness. Sincerity means you do every day. Or you try to practice it. Serious means every day you do, without fail. At least first one has to be sincere. Prabhupada calls even in the introduction of Bhagavad Gita, one has to be sincere first. If you are not sincere, then we can't understand. Bhagavad Gita will be staying as mystery only. Then we have to become serious. We have to do consistently, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, we have to do it. And that is the sincerity and seriousness. Then it becomes easy. So now this verse, Prahlad Maharaj said, Sravanam Kirtam. Then it talks about, next point, it talks about that you cannot understand this chanting and hearing, you cannot do it by yourself or by others. So even Sandamarka tells it in the next chapter. Sa pranita, para pranita. Neither we taught them, neither we taught Prahlad, nor others taught. It is his own. Prahlad learned by himself. We didn't teach. Nobody else taught. So same way here also. Matirna Krishna parata swatova mito abhipadyate. Either yourself or others or even combined effort. Mito means combined, mutual. Mito abhipadyate grahavratana madanta gobi punat charvita charvananam. One cannot understand this transcendental science, spiritual science, unless we hear in the association of devotees who has developed attraction and attachment to founder Acharya, Parampara Acharyas. And so then by following in that footstep, in that association, we will also develop it. Without we knowing it, we sincerely follow it. So it becomes very easy. So that is the point next. Prahlad Maharaj was telling Hiranyakashipu, his father, these things. Because he thought, no, I can do it. I am powerful as God. So because Hiranyakashipu is representing material nature. gross materialist in this world, is after money and is after pleasures, great bed, great car, all those. Hiranyakashipu is representing that. Hiranyakashipu. If you look at the meaning, Prabhupada says in many places, that's what it means. Is representing that. So then he tells, then how is it possible then? Then he talks about 32 or 33 verse 7.5. He's talking about Mahiyasam Padarajo Abhishekam Nishkinchananam Navrinitayav. One should take, anybody remember first two lines? He forgets always. Naisham Atistava Durukramangim Anardha Apagamo Adardha Mahiyasam Padarajo Abhishekam Nishkinchananam Navrinitayavat. Thankful to our beautiful Lord Sri Radha Shyamsundar giving me the remembrance. Otherwise it is impossible to remember things, especially when you sit on Vyasasana. It's easy to forget. So Nishkinchana Mahiyasam Padarajo Abhishekam Nishkinchanana Navrinite Yavat. So one should take the dust of the lotus feet of the pure devotees, smear the dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees, just like Narada Muni did. First canto, chapter 5, it describes Narada Muni's own pastime. Narada Muni did exactly the same thing, but is being described in 7th canto. And he heard the Bhakti Vedantis, he served them sincerely, seriously. He heard with rapt attention, oral reception, and he took the remnants asking them permission. And after they left, they simply followed. Mother passed away, no one else was there, no one else. But he carried on because he heard with rapt attention, because he received the mercy from these Bhakti Vedantis, because he was so submissive, he was so receptive, so sincere, so serious. Because of this, then he was thrilled. If you are being thrilled at every moment, joyful at every moment, why will you leave anything? Let's say you are joyful to play cricket, thrilled, then why will you stop it? Every day you will play. Or any moment you get opportunity, you will do it. Same thing here. If you are thrilled and joyful with sadhana bhakti, chanting and hearing and service, and being in the association, Sunday feast program, then why will you leave it? Why will you not do it? Only if you are not joyful, when you are not thrilled, then only you will not do it. Yes, it's as simple as that. Simple fact. There's nothing complicated here. Then this is Prahlad Maharaj's statements in the 5th chapter he is teaching to Hiranyakashipu. And if you look at the 9th chapter, exactly the same thing Prahlad Maharaj actually asking Lord Narsingadev. He's not thinking that I am great devotee, so I'm already in the elevated platform. Lord Narsingadev is trying to allure him, but he didn't fall for that. Actually, it is wonderful to see what Prahlad Maharaj did in the 9th chapter. Generally, we are afraid of the Lord. Generally, we are not afraid of Maya. Prabhupada himself says, when I pray, I am afraid of Maya. Every day in front of the Lord, I pray. Let me not be attracted by Maya. Because you are not afraid of Maya, that's you can fall down. I will never fall down because I am very afraid. That is exact because Prahlad Maharaj is teaching that. Prahlad Maharaj himself is putting in the prayers to Lord Narsingadev. 7th canto, chapter 9. Before that, 6th chapter and 7th chapter important verses are there. 6th chapter is talking about, he's teaching his schoolmates, Koma Ramacharya, from the childhood this should be practiced. So from the beginning, because human life, we don't know how long. We think we can live 100 years, 70 years, 80 years. Nobody knows how long that is. So that's why it should be as much as possible, we should practice, try to practice, half an hour a day, 1 hour, whatever. In the beginning, fine. Then you gradually increase. When we know that this is the best, this is the topmost medicine, everything else will not work. As Prahlad Maharaj says is here. Samsara chakra kadanad granitam grasatam pranitam is here. Samsara chakra kadanad. That means this repeated birth and death, it is insurmountable, he's telling. Oh my Lord, it is insurmountable. I'm very afraid of this. I'm not afraid of your face, I'm not afraid of your teeth, I'm not afraid of your mane, I'm not afraid of your blood coming from your teeth. I'm not afraid of any of that. I'm afraid of actually your Maya, your illusory energy. I'm very afraid. I'm suffering because I have seen it repeatedly. You are not putting me in that. It is my own. Baddha swa karma bhi. People, think that, God has put me in this condition. No, it is not God. It is us. using our independent free will, we are putting ourselves knowingly, this is knowingly. Deliberate disobedience, Prabhupada calling it in his opener, knowingly only. When we know the goal of life theoretically, we have been told in Bhagavad left and right, every page of Prabhupada books. When we know that, how important, sincere, serious, simply one has to do this sadhana, chanting, hearing, reading and service, then how can we not do it? How can we not do it? That means we are not afraid of Maya. We are afraid of the Lord. That is the problem. We are afraid of the Lord. We are not afraid of Maya. So that is what Prahlad Maharaj is teaching. So in the 7th chapter, 7th canto, 9th chapter, before that 8th chapter also important, because Lord Narasimha appears to protect, to make the promise true. What Prahlad Maharaj says, that is your Lord there in this pillar? Prahlad says, yes, I am seeing him. Yes, he is there. Can't you see him? Same strength. How did you get your strength? Yes, I got the same. I also got, you also got the same strength from the same personality, same Lord Vishnu, not somebody else. So then he quotes the verse, Satyam vidhatum nijavritya vasitam vyaptincha bhuteshu akileshu cha atmana stambhe savayam namrugam namanusham. He comes out from the pillar with a great tumultuous sound. Everybody is afraid. Nobody could find out who this personality is. Nobody has ever seen. Even Lakshmi Devi was not sure what is happening here. Who is this personality? So it's a very wonderful verse. Satyam vidhatam, to make the Prahlad Maharaj statement, Satyam vidhatam nijavritya vasam, is near real servant. Prabhupada writes it in this Manmana Mahat Bhakta verse only. Even if one comes to the Sunday Beach Program temple and imitates, somebody else bow down, oh, let me bow down. I think I have to do that. Let somebody is doing the arati or somebody is worshipping the Lord, is in front of the Lord and folding his hands and praying, then, oh, I have to do that. Somebody is imitating, even then it will work. If he goes on trying to do that, then he will gradually fall into its place. He will follow the practice. So at least one has to come to the association and do the practice. If he doesn't, then it's a difficulty. One cannot practice it. So that's why this has been repeatedly told. So in the 8th chapter this has been told. Even in the 7th chapter this has been told how important is the association of the devotees, which we discussed before. Guru Sushoshaya Bhaktya Sarva Labdha Arpanena Cha Isvara Aradhanena Sangyena Sadhu Bhaktanam. That is the point. Sangyena Sadhu Bhaktanam. And the association of devotees. If that is missing, Guru and Prabhupada is the best top class association. After that, still we should be in the association. So that we will be firm up that relationship with Srila Prabhupada, that relationship with Guru. What we hear from Prabhupada, what we hear from Guru, we can put in the practice. When miss the association, we take what Prabhupada is saying, what Guru is saying, we'll take lightly. We can't put into practice because we don't have strength to put in practice. Yes. It's not easy. This is my practical experience. It's not easy. We think we can do it, but actually we are incapable to do it. After repeated submission, repeated taking association, we have to cry, we have to submit, then we can start to do something. Otherwise, not possible. We'll become busy with work, we'll become busy with so many obligations, activity, this one, that one, you name it. We can't do it. We will become incapable to execute what Guru is telling, execute what Srila Prabhupada is telling. No, not possible. So that's why we have to take the association very seriously and do it regularly. We can't miss it. If you want to be thrilled and joyful, if you don't want to be thrilled, we want to be in the material world, thrilled and joyful with eating ice cream or something, a shopping mall, fine. Then you can go on doing it, no problem. But if you want to be thrilled in the best process, best medicine, top class, then you have to take the medicine what Prahlad is giving, Prahlad Maharaj or Prabhupada is giving, same thing. All Mahajana, Sadasiva is giving, everybody giving the same process. Sampradaya vihinaste, mantraste vifalamat. If you don't follow the Sampradaya, then whatever mantra or somebody says something, instructing, no use, no result, no transformation results. So you can look at so many examples. It's not possible. So this is in 7th chapter also, and the 8th chapter we discuss. The 9th chapter, 7, 9, 16, 17, 18. Beautiful verses. So I'll read that. Then we look at it. 6 minutes only there. Wow. Very, very important. Pay attention because practically Prahlad Maharaj is demonstrating. So it's not a theory. Otherwise you could have done it. He can do it because he's already on the platform, but he's not, doesn't want to show up like that. You want to practically prove it. What he's saying is actually in line. So seventh canto, where am I? 7, 9, 18, 16, 17, 18. Sorry, 1 minute. Okay, first he is telling, O most powerful, insurmountable Lord, who are kind to the fallen souls, I have been put into the association of demons as a result of my activities. He's not complaining on anybody. He's complaining about himself, his own. He's not complaining even family, no one. His own. Therefore, I am very much afraid of my condition of life within this material world. When will that moment come when you will call me to the shelter of your lotus feet, which are the ultimate goal of liberation from conditional life? First thing is calling out the Lord. When will you call me? Because if Lord doesn't call, we should have serious desire. He has serious desire. And Lord also, he's not demanding, he's requesting, he's submitting. And the Lord also has to allow it. So it's both ways. It's not one-way street. You ask, you submit to Prabhupada, you submit to Guru, you submit to Sadhu. But it has to come from other side also. You have to let it come. You have to wait. See Prahlad what he's submitting. So exalt Acharya. He's showing the path. Beautiful. Trasto asmi aham krupana vatsala. You are the most merciful. Dusogra samsara chakra katanat krasatam pranita. Is insurmountable. What I am in this material world. Baddha swakarma. It is my own activity. U satnamate angri moolam. Please call me to your lotus feet shelter. That doesn't mean you directly come before me. No, that's not. At least asking for shelter means give you a shelter, at least lotus feet. Prito apavarga saranam. Apavarga saranam, no more birth, death, old age disease. Pavarga is birth, death, old age disease. Apavarga is opposite. Hava yase kadanu. Hava yase means is asking, you will call me. When will you call me? Beautiful purport also, but time is short. Look at the 17th verse. It gets even more intense. Yasmat priya apriya viyoga samyoga janma sokagnina sakala yonishu dahyamana. It is burning. He is feeling the heat. We are not feeling the heat. He is feeling the heat. Exalt Acharya is showing. We are not feeling the heat. We are joyful. We are enjoying this world like anything. He is feeling the heat. Prabhupada was feeling the heat. If you read his letters, what he has gone through in Delhi to print a paper, then we will know what the heat is. Otherwise we will not know. So, dukkha aushadam tad api dukkham atad diyaham bhuman brahmani vadame tava dasya yogam. Now he is asking, see the next step, what he is asking. Oh great one, O Supreme, translation by Prabhupada. Oh Supreme Lord, because of combination with pleasing and displeasing circumstances, that we go through. Because of separation from them, one is placed in most regrettable position. See, clear words. Within heavenly or hellish planets, as if burning in a fire of lamentation. Although there are many remedies by which to get out of miserable life. That's what we try to do. This remedy, that remedy, I will apply. Bhakti, no. Let me do these other things. No, Prahlad is telling by his practical experience. Any such remedies in the material world are more miserable than the miseries themselves. And Prabhupada gives, when you go to some surgical operation, already has a paining. And then when you go to, he will give another thing. He will remove it. You are not Socrates or the personality from Russia, Prabhupada says. He said, go on operate. I don't need any anesthesia. Because he is on the soul platform, he could take it. We are not on that platform. They have to give anesthesia. Otherwise, the pain is even more miserable than the pain what we are facing. That's what Prabhupada explains this. Miserable than the material miseries themselves. Therefore, I think that only remedy is to engage in your service. Kindly instruct me in such service. You see the point, what is it? Engage in your service, and then what is telling? Kindly instruct in your service. You think deeply what it means. What it means is, let's say, so you ask Madhupati Prabhu, engage in my service. What service I have? Can you give me service? Then, further than that point is there. Kindly instruct me in service. That means how I should do, what I should do. So what are the steps? This is inquiry. Not just simply taking service, done. Yeah, I will take care of it. No, so we need to know how to do, what to do, when to do, so many things. See, he is very, very intelligent, very smart, very politely putting it. Therefore, I think that only remedy is to engage in your service and kindly instruct me in the service. Exactly what Prahlad is telling in the 5th chapter, He's repeating, he's demonstrating. When Narsingadev himself personally appeared, he could have said, yeah, I will come with you. Take me. I will accept all your benediction. No, he didn't accept. He goes back to the same platform, what he's instructing everybody else. He wants to sit on the same platform. He has the capacity to go above that. But he wants to show. He himself is feeling low. He himself feeling humble. Himself feeling that I am not a pure devotee. Now this 18th verse. 7:30 already, 18th verse. Let's quickly read this. We'll finish it. So aham priyasya, even more intense this is. So aham priyasya suhruda paradevataya. Shri Shri Radha Syam Sundar ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Sotra Maharaj Shri Sudarshan ki jai, Shri Shri Panchatattva ki jai, Shatgosai Prabhu Guru Parampara ki jai, Sadhu ki jai, Tulsi Maharani ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Please pay attention, 2 minutes, we'll finish it. Very beautiful verse, this also we should remember. So aham priyasya, dear Suhrada, even more everywhere, Paradevataya, you are my only Lord. Leela Kata Tava Nrisimha Virita. He's not telling, he's telling Brahma is the first, Brahma Sampradaya. So I want to follow that personality, whatever he gives. Not he doesn't want to follow something what he can come up with. He's telling gives. Tava Nrisimha Virincha Gita, and then he's telling very easy. When you follow the Sampradaya, when you follow the disciplines, when you follow the Acharya, when you follow your Guru. Otherwise, it's extremely difficult. Unjust means easy. Dharmi. Anugrunan guna vipramukto durgami te pada yugala hamsa sangha. He's telling practically, give me your association for shelter, Lord. How did he get shelter? He's not telling I will go to Lord Narasimha. No. Then he's telling engage me in your service. Then he's telling instruct me in your service. Then he's telling how you do these two things. I have to in your association, your devotees, not directly. No. This is demonstration of what he taught. So that says there's achar and prachar. Both is very much required. This is a Prabhupada statement, this is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's statement. Always one has to execute what is been instructed by Guru. That's why we have to hear attentively. Even same subject we heard 10 times, still 11th time if Guru is speaking, we have to hear. Your Prabhupada says, that is sometimes Prabhupada classes on one verse repeatedly he discusses. Especially 7th chapter Bhagavad Gita, the first verse you look at, 15 classes or so are there. Some of the verses Prabhupada, that means how much stress it is there. To understand bhakti, he has to give those many classes, explain detailedly. So that means we have to pay attention more. Wherever Prabhupada says, this is significant, this is important, pay attention. This is serious business, pay attention. Note it down. Somewhere practice it. That's what it means. Whenever Prabhupada calls it out clearly. Just like our teacher says, hey, pay attention here. That means we have to double, triple attention and do something about it. Otherwise we take it lightly. So that's what, read the translation and we'll close. Oh my Lord Narasimha, by engaging in your transcendental loving service in the association of devotees who are liberated souls, Paramahamsa or Hamsa, because they can distinguish matter and spirit, what is to be done, what is not to be done, how to do done, when to do, everything they know. We will not know. I shall become completely uncontaminated by the association of the three modes of material nature and be able to chant the glories of your Lordship, who are so dear to me. She's calling. I shall chant your glories, following exactly. He's not telling you'll move an inch. Following exactly in the footsteps of Lord Brahma and his disciplic succession. In this way, I shall undoubtedly be able to cross the ocean of omniscience. This is how we can also come to the same thrill, same joy Sanjay has come to, Prahlad has come to. If we simply follow Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master and be in the association and practice it, we will get it. Guaranteed. Kaunte Pradijam Name Bhakta Prana. Guaranteed. Prabhupada is giving the guarantee. Prahlad is giving guarantee. We should take the word and move on. Thank you very much for patiently listening. Time is up, so we can discuss further. Time is Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Let's thank His Grace Krishna Prabhu with a loud Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Is anybody coming here for the first time? Okay, no. So we need to do more preaching outside so that we can have more devotees coming for the first time already. Thank you. Today's Sunday feast is sponsored by anonymous sponsor, So let's thank him with him or her family with a loud Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. If you like to sponsor our Sunday feast, you can contact one of us, myself or Krishnan Prabhu or Shimeshwar Prabhu. We can give more details. Upcoming events.